What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this we're going to be talking about the one and only NIO stock and some very important things that you need to be looking out for tomorrow. I'm also going to talk about the overall stock market and some latest pieces of news that are coming out from the Fed that could definitely affect the market and NIO as a whole. I'm also going to talk about the latest pieces of news affecting NIO, what some NIO, prominent price predictions are, and what NIO put on their Twitter page that makes me very bullish for the future of this company. Now, before I say anything about NIO, before I talk about their Twitter page and why I'm still very bullish for the future of this company, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner, guys. This is all for educational purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. And not only benefits me, benefits the entire NIO community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you will not only qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to qualify for free real-time level 2 data with $0 in trading commissions. So please check that out if you guys want. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So look at this right here, guys. This is NIO's share price, and we had some very interesting price action today. Check this out right here. This is crazy, okay? NIO had quite a bit of volatility. Then it dropped pretty hard, traded a little bit sideways. Then it has this big run up before it closes in the red, down 4.34%. Well, look at this right here. Look at Tesla, guys. Tesla basically dropped, it ran up, then it dropped, very similar to NIO. Look at the S&P 500. Once again, very similar price movement. We have this drop, sideways action, this big run up, and then a drop. And it ended up closing in the red, down 1.22%. Look at the NASDAQ now. The NASDAQ, it dropped, traded sideways, runs up, then drops again and closes in the red, down 2.28%. So that's the NASDAQ, guys. Now look at NIO. Super similar price action, right? The big drop, the big run up, and then the drop to the red, right? And the thing is, NIO did nothing wrong. What's happening right now is there's the composite man, if you want to look at this from a white coffee perspective, or if you want to look at this from how market makers are basically moving the entire stock market right now. They're basically, shorting certain stocks at certain levels. They're buying into many shares. They're doing all sorts of crazy things that are really causing these very similar price actions amongst different indexes and stocks. So what's happening right now is this is affecting NIO as a whole. A lot of shorts are attacking it very hard, as we've seen NIO take a very big hit, especially over the last couple of days. Now, I want to talk about what is probably going to play out for the future, but before I go into more detail about NIO, I need to talk about the overall market, guys, because look at the fear and greed index right now. It's at 37. As you guys can see, NIO is in a position where the market is a little bit more fearful than, greedy. And the reason I'm talking about this is because of the uncertainty associated with the Fed right now. The Fed is going to be announcing some big things, and this in turn is causing the entire markets kind of be a little bit more on the fearful side because we don't truly know the extent in which they're going to make the policy changes that they are going to make. It states, according to CNBC, the Fed is likely to signal a March interest rate hike and further policy tightening is coming. Once again, guys, be prepared for that. So here's the thing about this news that I want you guys to be very you know know about this, right? And the thing is, it states right here, I don't think they're going to be spooked by this. That's what one of the people said about the market correction. This is what Jerome Powell is going to do. The Fed is going to announce big things tomorrow. So what does this mean going forward for NIO and other big companies? This means that the Fed is going to be raising rates relatively soon, and this is going to affect the market. We're going to find out the extent at which they're going to do it, what their actual plan is, what their policy changes are going to be. But the thing is, guys, we expect this. We know they're going to do this. We already know. So the real question is, to what degree are they going to do this, and how is this going to affect the market going forward? Because it's important to know this, guys. The important thing to know is that if they raise rates at a very high rate, the entire market could take a very big hit, including NIO. But if it isn't as bad as as if it's not too bad and we anticipated it to be like that, then we're easily going to see NIOs maybe see a very big rebound. It's not going to be too bad. So what I want to talk about with you guys is the way this thing has been moving and where I see NIO going. Because remember, guys, tomorrow is a very big day too. We have 138 earnings reports coming out on Wednesday. These could definitely affect NIO as well. And the market could move either way, as big institutions are now ready to report their earnings. Now, How do I see NIO moving because of this? No, the thing about NIO is the fact that this thing has support at 23.38, but it does not necessarily look like it's going to hold too well, as we did jump to 23.10 for today. Right now, we're kind of seeing NIO flip between every single one of these moving averages, but let me bring up the VWAP. Okay, if you guys look at the VWAP, you could see that NIO kind of jumped well below it for the majority of the day. We had a little bit of a run up, but since then, guys, we've been below it. We closed below it. These are all bearish indicators, right? And this means that NIO is not in the best of states. If you look at the RSI and the MACD, once again, it's very oversold based off the way it closed. And the MACD is showing some very similar moves too. Let me bring up the 3 month chart. You guys can see NIO is not in a great position. It's simply trumping with the overall market. We see this like downward momentum right here towards the very end. And it looks like NIO is going to continue to keep on trumping as time goes on. Now, what I can tell you guys is $20 is a very psychological level of support, which I think NIO could test if the market ends up in the red. However, guys, there is one thing you have to remember. That is the entire market is kind of oversold right now. And it's kind of exaggerated its trump based off what people think is going to happen. And that's the thing known as fear. People are fearful and uncertain. And that means that NIO is very undervalued and it could actually rebound at any given moment. So when it comes to what I think is going to play out, okay, there are two possibilities. I'm going to talk about which one is more probable. The one possibility is NIO could start having a breakout once the entire market has that breakout, which I think is going to come either later this week with earnings coming out or next week, right? And NIO could easily go back to the mid to high 20s, maybe the 30s relatively soon. But then the thing is, what about tomorrow? And that is if the Fed ends up announcing some crazy things, we're probably going to see this thing drop to 20, guys. And I want to prepare you guys for that. Be very prepared for 20, guys. A lot of people are anticipating it. And I just want to wish you all the best. So don't be too afraid. In my opinion, this is a very good buying opportunity. And I just want to put it out there. Don't be too scared because the Fed is going to announce some very big things. Now, I want to end the video by talking about this right here. Investor Place talked about how NIO stock has many predictions. And there are people talking about how NIO's European expansion can actually still help the stock, even if it is in the red right now, because they are announcing that they're going to be expanding to like the Netherlands and Sweden and Denmark. They have the new models coming out and very, very bullish pieces of news that keep on coming. So I'm very excited for what under the future holds, as Citi is giving NIO a price target of $87, Morgan Stanley is saying $66, and McGuire is saying 37.7, which I think is very, very bearish, but I could easily beat that in my opinion based off its fundamentals, based off how they're crushing their earnings reports, and based off how well they're doing. NIO also put on their Twitter that NIO was certified under the UN regulation number 155 on the cybersecurity management systems, becoming the first Chinese company and one of the first in the world to be certified as a compliant with the regulation. Once again, very, very awesome, guys. They're absolutely crushing it. They're the 155th to do it. That's under the UNR 155 cybersecurity management systems certification. Once again, killing it, showing that their fundamentals are still there. So the short term, yeah, this thing could touch 20. For the long term, this thing could easily break hundreds of dollars a share if you're willing to wait it out, because I'm still very bullish based off fundamentals. And in my opinion, this is a very good buying opportunity. So remain calm, cool, and collected, guys. Get ready for tomorrow. And please do not let your emotions get the best of you. I'm signing out, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. NIO to the moon, and peace out.